Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. 2 people are now behind bars after an argument between relatives led to a fatal shooting on Christmas. Authorities in Beltrami County said it happened around midnight on Christmas Day when deputies received the call from 36-year-old Janelle L. Johnson and her husband, 36-year-old Austin L. Johnson, after traveling to their brother-in-law's residence to confront him over an alleged domestic abuse incident. A verbal argument ensued before Janelle Johnson fired a shot, killing her brother-in-law, 48-year-old Jesse A. Ferris. Both are expected to be arraigned in Beltrami County District Court tomorrow. Well, snow was coming down this morning, and now you can kind of see the sun. It's kind of nice as well. But how long will this last? Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Well, good afternoon. Yes, some places getting to enjoy sunshine, others stuck with a little bit of cloud cover. Up by Devil's Lake, we've been able to see that sun come out and blue sky. And this is a black and white view of our radar and satellite map. Kind of tough to tell this time of year because the clouds look a lot like the snowpack that's on the ground. But where you see movement, that's where the cloud cover is. And it's starting to dip to the south and east. There are some places where we have some breaks, but then another round of clouds moved overhead. So it's kind of hanging around for parts of the valley. The snow that we saw earlier, that's dropping southward and we are quieting down here. It's cold though. That colder air is what triggered those light snow showers this morning as it was advancing in, and we're sitting at 7 right now in Fargo, 4 in Grand Forks, and in Devil's Lake we're at 9 degrees, 14 in Jamestown. So conditions are not looking too warm out there for us as we head through the day today. We just kind of hang around there. We're talking some numbers into the single digits and some teens with more places clearing out as we continue on through the afternoon. There's another round of snow coming our way for tomorrow. We're going to have details on just how much we can expect in just a couple of minutes.
And we'll make sure to stay tuned with you because in my neighborhood, Lisa, there are piles of snow on the roadways. And I'm hoping that some kind of sun will come soon so we can go ahead and melt that away because it's making it a little difficult to drive through there. Thanks again. Well, Governor Doug Burgum issued a statement regarding former state Representative Lyle Hansen of Jamestown, who passed away last Wednesday at the age of 85. Hansen represented District 12 in the House from 1979 to 2012 and taught history at Jamestown Public Schools, where he also was the head track coach. Now, as a legislator, he was a staunch supporter of education and outdoors, twice being recognized with the North Dakota Wildlife Federation's Legislative Conservativist of the Year Award. Catherine and I extend our gratitude for his longtime service and deepest sympathies to his family, friends, and legislative colleagues. Millions of Americans traveled for Christmas and millions more plan to celebrate on New Year's Eve. That has experts warning the worst of the pandemic is yet to come, as the total numbers of cases in the U.S. tops 19 million. California is so hard hit, the military plans to send about 75 medical personnel to the state. Carter Evans reports from Santa Monica, in a county where every single ICU bed is now full.
After millions of Americans crossed the country and gathered over the holidays, health experts are warning of another surge on top of a surge.
As we get into the next few weeks, it might actually get worse.
Adding to those concerns, the spread of a new, more contagious variant of the virus. After appearing in the UK last week, it's been found in several countries, including France, Australia, Japan, and now Canada. Experts believe the strain is likely already here in the U.S., but Dr. Fauci says public health officials worldwide are monitoring the situation.
Does it make someone more ill? Is it more serious virus in the sense of virulence? And the answer is it doesn't appear to be that way.
The numbers in the U.S. are already staggering. Roughly 200,000 new cases daily. Nearly 120,000 people currently hospitalized and more than 2,000 people dying every single day. Yet there are still people ignoring public health rules. In Beverly Hills, California, the famous La Scala restaurant was reported to authorities by its own customers after giving out invitations to a secret indoor New Year's Eve party. The invitation said in part, "Welcome back to the 20s prohibition." The restaurant didn't respond to a request for comment. City officials say they've contacted management. It's frustrating to frontline healthcare workers like Dr. Vanessa Walker, who says California's beleaguered hospitals may not be able to handle an even bigger surge in the coming weeks.
It feels like We are working hard every day trying to save lives, and it's just falling on deaf ears. We will take care of you. We'll find places. We'll put you in hallways. We'll put you in conference rooms. But ask yourself, is a bed in a conference room as good as the bed in a regular patient room? I don't think so.
It appears the vaccination effort and distribution may be going slower than originally planned. Now, Operation Warp Speed had planned to vaccinate 20 million people by the end of 2020. That's just 3 days from now. But according to CDC data, roughly 2 million people have been vaccinated so far. Carter Evans, CBS News, Santa Monica.
Novavax has announced the start of phase 3 trials of its COVID-19 vaccine in the U.S. and Mexico. The company says it will enroll up to 30,000 volunteers who are 18 and older. 2/3 of participants will receive 2 doses of the vaccine, 21 days apart, and the rest will receive a placebo. They will all be tracked for 2 years after their second dose. Novavax is the 5th company to launch phase 3 trials of a COVID vaccine in the U.S. Health officials say COVID-19 hospitalizations are dropping. The number of people receiving treatments in hospitals dropped by 5 in the last day to 106. Last month, that number sat at more than 300 for many days. There were also no ICU beds available. Luckily, that's turned around. The state's hospital tracker updated Sundays shows there are 39 staffed intensive care unit beds and 351 staffed inpatient beds available throughout North Dakota. The North Dakota Army National Guard is now providing rapid coronavirus testing. The free tests are being offered to people on arriving flights at Hector International Airport in Fargo. Public health experts hope to catch new infections from spreading in the community. Results will be available in 15 minutes. Over the last 2 weeks, North Dakota has seen a 68% decline in the average number of new cases reported each day. The parent company of Hampton Bay Ceiling Fans is recalling the 52-inch Mara indoor or outdoor fans because the blades can detach, posing a serious injury risk. About 182,000 fans were sold exclusively at Home Depot. If you have one of these fans, check to make sure the blades fit securely to the motor. The firm has received 47 reports of the blade detaching from the fan, including 2 reports of a blade hitting a consumer and 4 reports of property damage. If consumers observe blade movement or uneven gaps between the blades and the body of the fan, immediately contact King of the Fans for a free replacement. Well, coming up at noon, still lots of questions surrounding the COVID vaccine as it continues to be rolled out across the world. But next, weather to playing your day during this lunchtime hour with meteorologist Lisa Green.